Hey guys, this is Gary from My Psychology. As a psych grad, the worst thing people can say to us is not, "Hey, can read mind ah? Try hypnotizing me ah." Or, "Hey, psychology can find job ah? Follow me lah, go invest." It is, "Oh, psychology ah? Isn't it common sense? Need to study one ah?" No, it's not common sense. I spent almost 80,000 for this. Of course it's not common sense. So, to prove I'm right, I'm going to share with you 4 things that only psychology can teach you. Let's go! I still remember my first year when something in class wowed me. My lecturer asked someone to go on stage and sit on a chair. The lecturer wrapped the student's neck with a towel, like when you go to a barber. Then, he counted to 3, and every time he said 3, he sprayed water at the student's face with a spray bottle. And then, something amazing happened. After 5 or 6 times of spraying while counting, the lecturer continued counting, but he stopped spraying. Still, every time he said 3, the student's face scrunched up because he expects the lecturer to keep spraying every time he said 3. This is learning, or classical conditioning. My lecturer's counting to 3 is neutral. It doesn't produce a response by itself. But if you pair counting to 3 and spraying water on face, which is something that can produce a response by itself, after repeating it for a few times, even if you don't spray water, the number 3 can immediately cause the student to scrunch up his face. Now you know why we have phobias. We are not afraid of the dark because darkness is dangerous by itself. But we have learned through movies or urban legends that serial killer, ghosts or monsters hide in the dark to ambush us while we sleep. Have you ever wondered, how do I bargain for prices? Here is a tip. Let's say you are at Petaling Street and you saw a very nice Nike shoes. You want to buy it, but when you see the price tag, it is 300 ringgit? 起穷该哦! 起穷该哦! I thought it would be very cheap one. Why same price with me Valley? So you want to bargain. You straight away tell the guy at the store, "Boss, 100 boleh tak?" Even though when you are bargaining with him, the price is sure to rise and fall. It doesn't matter, because you have set a zone of negotiation based on the price you set. This is called an anchoring effect, a cognitive bias that happens when people rely on an initial piece of information to make subsequent decisions. That's why you must set the discount price before him, because if you give him the chance, he will say something like, 300, I give you discount lah, 200 ringgit, and then your bargaining will revolve around 200 ringgit. You can also apply this in salary negotiation during job interviews. When asked, offer your salary first, then you set the bargain zone. If you let the company drop the anchor, you might bargain from a lower price. So, you set the anchor. Be the boss. We all enjoy gambling because it's fun and exciting, but sometimes you see people lose very hard and yet they still gamble more and more and more and more until they all in and lose everything. Why? Because we feel like we have invested so much money already, might as well go for one more round. Maybe we'll win it back next round. We have experienced this in other areas of life too. Think about the times when we force ourselves to finish a movie we don't like because we have paid for the ticket. Or do you have friends who are stuck in a very unhealthy relationship and don't feel like breaking up? Because then, all their time and effort in building this relationship will be wasted. This is the sunk cost fallacy. It's a tendency for us to ignore the cost of continuing to do something even when it causes harm or loss because of what we have previously invested. So in the future, just because you felt that you have invested so much in it, it might be the sunk cost effect. Ever say to your friends, "See, I already told you liao, he's not a good boyfriend. I knew it when I see his face." Or when you came out of the exams, you shout in your heart, "I knew it, I'm sure teacher will ask this question one." Don't worry, all of us has done this before. This is called a hindsight bias, because we like to feel in control and are generally overconfident in our ability to predict the future. That's why when something happens, even if we haven't expected it or know about it, we will say, "I knew it all along." This in itself is nothing serious. It's just a small bias. It might even boost our confidence. But when we take it to the extreme and say it every time just to comfort ourselves, it will make us unable to learn from past mistakes and become overly confident. So, after watching this video, do you feel like psychology is actually a very broad and interesting subject? Or you feel like, I know this already lah. There are so many fields to study. Some people are curious about how machine works and some wanted to know more about business and accounting. Me? I'm curious about human beings. And that's why I study psychology. For almost 6 years, from bachelor's degree to master, I think it's worth it. Because there's no other field that can better help us make sense of who we are, how we are, and why we are. There's always a reason behind our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. And when I'm able to understand these reasons, I become less judgmental and embrace our differences. Because now I know we are only humans, and that's not a bad thing at all with you, my psychology. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to our channel. It will mean a lot to us. Share this out and comment below what you would like to learn in the future episodes. See you in the next video.